go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, it's James Conner. And he's tackled a yard short. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Come on, come on. Hey.
On first down, Smith. And Walker has it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The Seahawks at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Up the middle they go with McAllister.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. In motion right is Brown. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A give running left, McAllister. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
These two teams all tied after one. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheet.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Geno. Hard throw, incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Running right, here's McAllister. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Murray.
And this is going to be incomplete.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
108 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's McAllister. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. It's complete to Lockett. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the 50, it's Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Geno down to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Going deep for Hopkins.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
First down by DeAndre Hopkins, and this guy, he's looking for a rebound from uncharacteristically low numbers last season. Missed the first significant time of his career due to injury and was limited to career lows in catches and yardage. Back and fully healthy, we expect him to return to his all-pro form.
On the give, McAllister with it, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
Prater for the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Smith's throw into the hands of Fant.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Throwing is Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to run now. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
52 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Another run with McAllister. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now Murray's got to have this one.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Murray now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Smith. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Smith now to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it's Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And